bar was still on 2nd Avenue, except we moved down to 4th Street, and we're at the Boiler Room, which is another bar, which they used to also own the bar around the corner, which was called The Bar, where I used to drink in before the bar burnt down. The bar burnt down, oh God, a good 12 years ago. Now that, I believe, was the oldest gay bar in the East Village. And it used to be full of, like, oh God, I used to drink in there with Jim New, Bill Rice, Gary Indiana, Taylor Mead. It was just wonderful. It was a wonderful place. I remember the first time I went in there, I met Bill Rice, and it was the most handsome man I've ever seen in my life. And I told him so after about 6 martinis, and I kept telling him. Funnily enough, we became really good friends after, more than good friends. I loved him dearly. We lost him about almost 5 years ago. Really darling friend. And I used to do a lot of theater with all those guys at La Mama's, which is down the other way on 4th Street. Anyway, the bar rather burnt down. It was in the winter, and I remember this because me and Bill got so drunk that, and we kissed in the bar, and everybody's going, "Bill, you're kissing a woman." And then he fell on the sidewalk, and wouldn't let me pick him up. So I left Bill in the rain in the gutter, and the bar caught fire the next day. And that's what happens, you know, when you kiss a woman, the bar burns down. But no, it was sad because City the cat got killed in the fire. But the Boiler Room is owned by the same people, so that's, you know, picked up the slack. I don't go there. I'm not a frequenter of saloons as much because they're not as much fun, you know. But you know, that was my body couldn't take that. Any more fun bars anyway. Also now, we used to have the Cooper Square Diner, which is gone. That was over on 2nd Avenue, and I can't remember the exact building. Quentin Crisp used to live in the window of that bar, of that diner. Bars on the brain of that diner, and they would have a violet light on him. He had he was always wearing lavender and had that white hair and most beautiful skin, stunning. And he lived more or less in the Cooper Square Diner. I've never walked past the place when he wasn't there. And first time I saw him there, I was just thrilled. And everybody, oh, he's always in there. So I went up and I said, you know, Mr. Crisp, it's a pleasure to meet you. Somebody introduced us. And it was right after a snowstorm. And I go, terrible weather, isn't it? And he goes, it's dreadful. It makes me wish I were dead. And I said, darling, it's going to melt. You don't want to die. And he didn't, not for quite a few years after that. But that was, what an opportunity. That was just like, that was a real blessing to get to meet a hero. Without Lex or Quentin Crisp, there probably wouldn't be places like either of these establishments. To all the great gay men's bars in the world, or just gay bars in the world, I'm here. I'll drop and give you all a shot, okay? And salut, na zdrowie, slandzie.